Today I'm doing a makeup tutorial, makeup look number 2, using the Swamp Queen palette like I promised earlier in the week. I had a little bit of a faux pas with the computer, so this one's going out a little bit later than I had anticipated. Today's look, as I'll mention probably a little bit, is that I ran into a lady that liked that I had some really bright purples on my lid. And she said she would love to try it, but she is afraid to use purples. So today's look using the Swamp Queen palette is for you. The Swamp Queen palette earlier in the week, I used a lot of the neutrals, and that's an easy look to do when you're using neutrals because it's very comforting. They're not in your face, it's not off the hook, and you can blend those pretty well. It's usually when women start using different colors that it gets intimidating. And so the colors though in the Swamp Queen palette they're really not intimidating, but I am going to mix them maybe a little bit different. I think some people would just gravitate to this 4 section here with Big Baby, Haunting, Uncommon, and Man Cat, which is fine. But for women who are still a little scared, we're going to bring in some neutrals today to kind of balance those purples and give you some confidence in wearing them. So today I'm actually going to use Natural Peaches. We're going to use that on the brow bone, and we're going to come out just a little bit around the purple. We are going to use the Uncommon. We're going to go a little bit above the Natural Peaches. We're going to hit it in the crease line. We're going to take Man Cat and go in a good V, a strong V. And, we're going to use Haunting and pack Haunting on the lid. And then take the Gator Wings, which I have as a highlighter. We're also going to pop that on the inner corner and the lower lash line to just bring a little sparkle. But we're going to take, believe it or not, we're going to take some Sippy Sippy. And we're going to go right below the Man Cat, giving it a little bit more stronger of a color and bringing that smoky look down into the lower eye. So it's not a full neutral look. It's not a full purple look, but you're using the neutral colors to balance the purple to give it a look that you can use every day. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of tape. I put that on the back of my hand to kind of get some of the tackiness off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that as a guard just along my eye. Basically what that does is that's going to give me a little bit better of a line, and it's going to catch any of the dark fallout that I've used here. A little bit of Scotch tape goes a long way, not just wrapping packages, but it also helps with makeup. So what I'm going to do is today I'm going to show you how to get this look over here using the purples, and hopefully that will inspire women to put their toe in using different colors that they really like but they're not confident in. I'm going to take some Natural Peaches, or I should say I'm putting together a color combination using the colors in the palette that maybe you traditionally wouldn't think of. How about that? So I'm just going to start with the base Natural Peaches, kind of going up towards the brow bone and in towards the inner corner, leaving the eyelid alone just to give that kind of a nice transition color and a good base. And you're thinking, why would you use the peaches with the purples? But really and truthfully, if you have colors that you're not confident in, but you really, really like and you really, really want to try, using a neutral base around those colors to surround the colors is actually an awesome way to try to use the colors that you really want to try. Uncommon with a nice little elf stubby brush. And I'm just going to go a little bit on top of that in my actual crease, which for the most part, because I have a hooded eye, I stay away from my natural crease and I actually go above it. But today we're going outside my comfort zone. We're being uncommon, using the Uncommon, and we're just going to get in my natural crease area. and kind of move that around. So we're going to be building up today, because I think when you use colors that you're not comfortable with, building up is really a great way to do it. And then if you're afraid, that tape is going to save you. So now I'm going to use Mancat on a MAC 222 brush. It's a nice pointed brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work more of a sharp V versus normally I use a more of a rounded approach, but today we're going to do more of a hard V. And we're just going to build that up and fill it in. And be thankful that my tape is in place, because as you'll start seeing, I'm going to get some fallout right there as I'm building this purple. I'm going to work that into my crease. I will take this is a Japanesque brush. They always look so close to Morphe. I'm going to just take that and smooth that out. More flatter brush with the Haunting, and I'm going to pack that all on the base of the eyelid. Whoop. So you can see the purples are starting to form. And I've had someone say that they felt like purples made them look like they got socked in the eye. And I think that can if you're not careful. But again, that's why I use the Natural Peaches as that transition color, so that it gave a nice, good brown base. So once I got through putting the Haunting on the eyelid, I'm going to take another one of my fluffy brushes. I'm actually going to take the Gator Wings, because I'm in love with this color. As it is a highlighter, but I'm going to work that on the inner corner of my eye, feathering it in towards Uncommon. A little bit in the tear duct. I'll take that same brush using Big Baby and just sweep that on the brow bone. And here's where I try to make this look a little bit more friendly, again, for women that are scared of purples, is I'm actually going to go in with the Sippy Sippy. And that is the wrong brush. I'm going to go back to my MAC 222 and I'm going to hit up some Sippy Sippy. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did earlier with that hard V. But I'm going to bring it down just a step and do circular motions. I'm bringing that brown down towards the eye and the outer corner. Reason why I'm doing that is because, again, assuming I'm afraid of purples, I want to get a color that I'm confident in right at that edge. So again, I'm kind of framing the purple with colors that I'm comfortable with, which are nudes and browns. I say way too much. Way too much. So I'm going to go ahead and frame that purple. And when I'm done, I'm just going to peel off my little tape. And you'll see that I have a lovely line. So using, I'm not putting more product on the brush, but this is the one that I had used the Natural Peaches on, and I'm just going to kind of soften that just a little bit, again, using my naturals to go around it, my purples. I'm also going to take a angled brush back into that Sippy Sippy. And yeah, guys, look at that. I don't know that you can really see it, But man, there's just flecks of green in this brown, and it is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to take that sippy, and I feel like I need to say it that way. Sippy. We're going to put some sippy up underneath here. And bring that into the sippy on the outer corner and just kind of lightly smoke that out. So my eyes are being framed by the brown. I have some purples and then the peach and the transition color. This just gives ladies more confidence that are afraid of color. I'm going to use that flat brush again that I had uncommon. I'm not adding more uncommon, but I'm keeping what is on as the brush, what is already on there. I'm going to take some gator wings again, which I used on the inner corner, and I'm just going to smooth out and go right a little bit on top of that corner of the sippy, just to soften it, but give a little bit of sparkle and shine. And vice versa. If I've wiped too much off and my eyes don't look even, I'm going to go back in with the sippy and fix that. I didn't do any eyeliner today. I did do a falsie, and the falsie is big and bold, and I think that the falsie in itself was enough, so I didn't want to add the black eyeliner on top like I normally do. So I am getting outside of my comfort zone. How about that? And so if you'll give me a second, I'm going to put this last one on, because if I had any luck like I did a second ago with this one, oh my gosh, it was a bear. Sometimes falsies just like pop right on for me, and I'm like, pop on, ready to go, let's do it. Today is not my falsie day, so if you'll give me a second, I'm going to pop on this last one. Okay, I think I got that one on. It has not been a good day for false eyelashes. So I'm just going to put a coat of mascara on my eye. Usually I do 2 coats, but these falsies are so long and thick. Say, just as a brief highlight to this look, is I did use the L'Oreal Infallible. I've had this in my makeup arsenal for a while and just hadn't pulled it out. And I was watching some videos and I thought, you know what, I haven't used that in a while. It's kind of time to pull that one back out. And I did like it. It's not as full coverage as I enjoy, because my skin is very blotchy. But it didn't do too bad of a job. So then for my blush, I did use the Too Faced, and this one is the Perfectly Flush. This one is the Perfectly Flush Blush. Peach. My Makeup Geek is, my Makeup Geek palettes are important to me, and the contour palette never lets me down. I use the color Bad Habit, along with a little bit of Half-Hearted. And the Half-Hearted I used a little bit more right here, and the Bad Habit I took it down a little bit right there. Then for the highlight, I did use the Gator Wings, and for lips I used the lips I actually used Wet n Wild, one of their new metallic lipsticks. I've tried 2 out of the 4 I purchased. I love the shiny look of this one. It gives a nice peachy glow, which offsets the purples again and gives a good balance on your face so that it's not. This one is the Milani Chromatic Addict #1. A nice just peachy color, so I really like that. I hope you enjoyed look 2 from the Swamp Queen palette. This has been a great tutorial and inspired by a random lady I ran into. So this one's for you. I wish I would have caught your name. Anyways, I hope you like this look. As I mentioned earlier, the Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette is an amazing palette. It is a must-have in your arsenal. It smells amazing. The colors are fantastic. They blend well. There is a little bit of fallout, so be prepared for that. But who cares about fallout when you get a great creamy product that blends well. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial and have a great day. My peanut butter palette. I can tell today's gonna be one of those days. It's gonna be a tongue twister. I got a hot mess going on here. Where are they?